Hey everybody, welcome to another game of History Maker Baseball. This is going to be minor league style. About a little over halfway completing my 2002 International League recreated season. I've got about half the teams done, the other half to go, and thought I would do a little almost exhibition type game just to see how the set plays out with some of the teams I've already created. So in this matchup, it's going to be from the state of Rhode Island, as we're going to have the 2002 Pawtucket Red Sox, managed by Buddy Bailey. They're going to be hosting the 2002 Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons, managed by Mark Bombard. And we're going to be at historic McCoy Stadium, which plays semi-small to lefties and small to righties. And they also have, I believe it has that miniature green monster. I'm not sure. I know Portland does. I'm not 100% sure about McCoy Stadium, although I think it does. Before we get going with the starting lineups, we'll meet the umpires, and these are umpires that actually umpired in the 2002 season in the International League. At home plate will be Dan Iasonia. Patrolling first base is Troy Blades. At second base is Darren Spagnardi. And at third base is going to be Scott Nelson. Now, typically in the International League, they only had 3 umpires, not 4. But since History Maker has an allowance for 4 spots, I'll go ahead and use them. So we'll be right back to meet the starting pitchers and starting lineups right after this. Okay, we're ready to meet the starting pitchers and the starting lineups. First, for the homestanding Pawtucket Red Sox, it'll be right-hander Sun-Woo Kim. He will get the start. And opposing him for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons will be Evan Thomas, a couple of righties. Let's look at the starting lineup first for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Leading off, playing second base, is David Doster. Hitting second, shortstop P.J. Forbes. Hitting third is center fielder Marlon Byrd. Batting cleanup at third base, Chase Utley. Hitting fifth in left field, Jason Michaels. Hitting sixth in right field, Eric Valent. Batting seventh, the DH, Gene Shaw. Check that. That's first baseman Gene Shaw. My bad. First baseman Gene Shaw. Michaels is actually the DH. I got that kind of backwards. Okay. Now we're straight. Johnny Estrada, the catcher, will hit eighth. And batting ninth in left field is Ken Woods. All right, now for Pawtucket, leading off will be the shortstop, James Lofton. Batting second in center field, Michael Coleman. Hitting third at first base, Todd Betts. Batting cleanup, the slugger Juan Diaz at DH. Shane Andrews will take third base and bat fifth. Angel Santos is at second base. He will hit sixth. Edgar Clemente is in right field. He will hit seventh. Drew Stenson is in left field. He will hit eighth. And Kevin Brown is the catcher. He will bat ninth. So all those festivities are out of the way. The only thing I'm missing now is to get my dice. That's the one part I was missing. You got to have the dice to be able to play. I'm counting both teams as neutral, and I'm not letting anyone be hot or cold. I'm going to let the game dictate that, so no pregame on that, since it is pretty much an exhibition. So I need to go get my dice. So as I do that, get the dice up, we'll be ready to go. Assuming I can find the dice. There they are. All right. Dice, here we come. All right, and I haven't forgotten about the Braves 87 replay. I'm still working on that, but sometimes you want a diversion just to break up the monotony. So I've been tooling with this 2002 season International League for a little bit, and thought I would go at it full force and see how the game plays out. One thing in creating the players I did notice is there are a lot of eager players. So a lot of players did not walk, so hopefully the walks will be way down in this. And now that I say that, of course, we're going to have a bunch of walks. That's just the way it goes. All right, so leading off for Scranton Wilkes-Barre will be second baseman David Doster. First pitch is a 3-5-6. That's a left-right check right off the bat. David Doster is a righty. Sun Woo Kim is also a righty. So that is a strikeout. So the left-right check comes in on the very first play of the game, or first at bat of the game. Here's P.J. Forbes, the shortstop. That's a 3-4-5. Is asking, is the catcher iron? The catcher for Pawtucket is brown. He is not iron. He is neutral. Then it asks, does the batter have a good eye? P.J. Forbes does not have the good eye. In fact, he's semi-eager. So he will strike out. So P.J. Forbes out on strikes. Second strikeout in a row for Kim, and that results in blue. So we're going to the right now chart for a semi-hot pitcher in Kim and a neutral batter, Marlon Byrd. All right, so Kim will be a hot pitcher. 1-3 on the hot pitcher. Asks if he's a cold pitcher. No, he's not. If he was, he'd hang one for a single. Otherwise, it's a fly out to center. So he flies out to Coleman in center. And the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the first. Go to the bottom of the first. Scranton nothing, and Pawtucket coming to bat. Leading off for Pawtucket will be their shortstop, James Lofton. And it's a 2-5-6. So Lofton on a 2-5-6 against Thomas, the pitcher. Asking, is he a struggler? Thomas is not a struggler. Is the batter champion or patient? Lofton is neither one, so we got infield drama. And on the infield for Scranton, Utley is iron. Forbes is semi-gold. Everyone else is neutral. All right, so Forbes will be gold on this check. It's a 1-2. 1-2 says shortstop iron, and it's a good thing because Forbes is actually gold. So he's not going to be iron, but he's still going to commit an error. It just won't be a 2-base error. It'll be a 1-base error. So even though he's semi-gold, and he tried to be gold this time around, he still booted it. So that's an E6 on P.J. Forbes. That will allow Lofton to reach to start the bottom of the first. Brings up center fielder Michael Coleman. That's a 2-3-6. That's the dreaded double control, or you're going to walk roll. And of course the pitcher does not have double control, so it will be a walk. So Michael Coleman draws a base on balls. So 2 on, nobody out for first baseman switch hitting Todd Betts. Todd Betts, a 2-4-6. 2-4-6 asks, does the pitcher have control? He's got semi-control. The sire die says he has control, so it's a ground ball back to the pitcher. So it'll be a fielder's choice, 1-6. The batter will be out the runner will be out 1-6. Betts will reach on the fielder's choice. Lofton will go to third. So runners are at the corners with 1 out for slugger, actually home run king, Juan Diaz. Diaz, a 1-3-3. 1-3-3. Is he a slugger? No, he's not a slugger. He's a home run king, but he's not a slugger. So he will fly to left, and lead die of 1 means no sacrifice fly. So the runners have to hold, and that'll bring up the veteran Shane Andrews, third baseman. Chance to drive home the first run. We get a 1-4-4. 1-4-4 talks about flash, which he does not have. Is he a hero? No, he's a home run king, but he's not a hero. So he will ground to short unless he's a whiffer. And Shane Andrews actually is a whiffer, so he's going to strike out. And Evan Thomas pitches out of a jam. And Pawtucket comes up empty here in the first. So after 1 complete, we are scoreless from McCoy Stadium. As I have the logo cards set up here. I should probably set them up where you can see them, but I don't really have anything to lean them on, so just have to go with what we got here. All right, so Chase Utley coming up with Scranton in 0-2. He was a third baseman. He switched to second later on. But he's a third baseman in this particular season. He will lead things off. 4-4-5. 4-4-5. Is he a workman? No, Kim is a star, not a workman. Is he patient? No, he's not patient, so he will ground to first. And Utley is gone, 1 away. Brings up the designated hitter, Jason Michaels. And we get a 1-2-4. 124 talks about control. Well, Kim's got semi-control, but the sire die says no. It's asking, is he eager? No, he's semi-patient, so he's going to walk. So Michaels will draw a 1-out walk. Brings up the right fielder, Eric Valent. Lefty swinging Valent against the righty Kim. 1-2-4, we just had that roll. Again, the sire die says no. So now it's asking again, is he eager? Well, Valent is semi-eager, so we have to re-roll the decider die for Valent to see if he's eager or not. And he's not, so it's another walk. So back-to-back walks because I've rolled that 1-2-4 twice in a row. So with 1 out, 2 are on for the first baseman, Gene Shaw. And we get a 2-3-6, which again is that dreaded double control, which is an automatic walk. So it's, I talked about having lack of walks. Well, we just had 3 in a row. So can't do anything about that. Bases are now loaded with 1 out for catcher Johnny Estrada. 1-3-4 for Estrada asks, is the catcher gold for Pawtucket? Brown is not gold, so we move on to the next result. Is he a champion? No, he's not a champion, so we got outfield drama. And in the outfield for Pawtucket, Stenson is semi-iron, everyone else is neutral. Stenson in left field. So he will be iron, the left fielder. Will be iron this at bat. 2-4, 2-4. Center fielder gold. No, he's not. So it's going to be a base hit to center field. So Estrada drops one in front of the center fielder Coleman. That will score Michaels. And Valent's not active, so he will hold. So runners move up 1 base. But Scranton takes a 1-0 lead. That result was in purple, so we're going to the chemistry chart. Both teams are neutral. And Ken Woods is the batter, number 9 hitter, left fielder, here in this chemistry roll. It's a 2-3. I didn't even need the decider die. 2-3. 2-3 on the chemistry. Pitching team harmony. No, they're not. So it's another walk. And that's going to force in a run, as Kim has walked his 4th batter of the inning. And it's 2-0 Scranton. 2-0 Scranton. Oops, hit the camera there. Sorry there. 2-0 Scranton. We're back to the top of the order, and David Doster. The bases are still loaded, and Kim is a full struggler now. Still only 1 out. 2-4-5. 2-4-5. 2-4-5 is blank for the pitcher, Kim. Is the batter a hero? David Doster just happens to be a hero, so he will single to left field. And the runner Shaw is stoic, but he will score from third, obviously. Estrada is also stoic, so he will stop at third on that single by Doster. And it's 3-0 in favor of Scranton. Here's P.J. Forbes. Kim trying to get out of this. 1-1-6. He might have done it. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. It's a strikeout. So it's out number 2. So that gets the struggler quality away from Kim. And leaves the bases loaded still for Marlon Byrd. 1-3-3, but Marlon Byrd may have unloaded them. 1-3-3, is he a slugger? Marlon Byrd is a slugger, so that is a grand slam home run to center field for Marlon Byrd. Clear them all. Marlon Byrd just went deep, and Kim, all those walks have now come in to score. And that's going to probably be it for Kim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs have come across for Scranton. And they're going to have to bring in a relief pitcher. They can't go any longer with Mr. Kim. He was a star, but not today. So they're going to go to their bullpen. And they're going to go to, let's see, Utley is up next. Lefty. So they're going to go to Chris Haney, lefty. So lefty Chris Haney is on. He will be an ace this first at bat. So Kim, an outing he'd like to forget. But Haney will be a ace this at bat against Utley. Bases are empty now, 2 outs. It's 2-4-6. It's asking about control. Haney has semi-control. Decider says he has control. It's a ground ball back to Haney. And the inning is finally over, but Scranton puts up a touchdown on Pawtucket. And after an inning and a half, it is 7-0 Scranton. Evan Thomas, the beneficiary of all those runs. And Buddy Bailey not too happy about what his pitching staff has done in this game. Here's Angel Santos. He will lead things off. He's a switch hitter, so that 3-5-6 will be a base hit. So Santos takes advantage of the lefty-righty split to get that base hit. Maybe the Red Sox can come back. At McCoy Stadium, a lot of runs can be scored. Here's Edgar Clemente. 1-4-5 for Clemente. 1-4-5, is he a struggler? No. It's a ground ball to third. That's a double play. So just when you think you might have a rally going, it's an around the horn 5-4-3 double play. 2 quick outs before he can even blink. And here now Drew Stenson, the batter. Base is empty, 2 outs. 2-2-5. Is he a star? Yes, Thomas is not a star, so we will skip that. Is he a slugger or sad sack? Drew Denson is a semi-slugger. Decider says he's a slugger, so he will pop out to right field unless he's a whiffer, and he just happens to be a whiffer, so Stenson will strike out. And that's going to end the inning abruptly. All hope that Pawtucket had in that inning went away real quick with that double play. So top of the third, Haney still in there and facing Jason Michaels, the designated hitter. 1-5-5 for Michaels. Haney is blank. Michaels is asking if he's a home run king. No, he's actually a semi-scrapper, so he will fly to center. And there's one away for Eric Valent. Valent, the batter. Lefty on lefty matchup. 2-4-6. It's asking about control, but he's got semi-control. Decider says no. Is he eager or a sad sack? Well, he's semi-eager. So I'm going to roll to the decider die to see if Valent is eager this at bat. And he is not. So that will be another walk. So another walk issued by Pawtucket pitching. Brings up Gene Shaw, the first baseman. That's a 1-4-6. Haney on a 1-4-6. Does he have flash? Yes, he does. So that is a strikeout because Shaw does not have the good eye, so the strikeout will hold. 2 down. And catcher Johnny Estrada steps to the plate. Another 3-5-6, and Estrada's a switch hitter. So that's a base hit. That's the third 3-5-6 roll in 3 innings. And Valent will go to third on that advancement. So runners at the corners, 2 outs for Ken Woods, the left fielder, against Haney. 1-1-6. Haney, is he fresh? Yes, he is. Decider says he is. It is a strikeout to end the third and keep Scranton off the scoreboard. So that's going to do it for Scranton. Nothing in the third. We go to the bottom of the third. They still lead 7-0. And Kevin Brown, the batter, catcher, 9th place hitter. 4-5-6. 4-5-6 is blank for the pitcher. Is he patient? Nope. The only quality he has is a whiffer. So he will fly to center. And we'll go to the chemistry chart for the next at bat. And that's going to be James Lofton, and they're both neutral, so there's no reason to roll decider. It's a 1-3. 1-3 talks about pitching team harmony. No, they're not harmonious, so it will be a base hit. It will be a base hit for Mr. Lofton. 1 out single. And that result was in blue, so we're going to the right now chart. And Coleman walked his last time up, so he's neutral. Thomas just gave up the base hit. He'll be semi-cold. So he will be cold. 4-6. 4-6. Hot pitcher. No, he's not. If it was, it'd be a strikeout. Otherwise, it's a ground out to the pitcher with his only play at first base. So it's a 1-3 ground out, and Lofton will move to second. So now there's 2 away with Lofton at second, and first baseman Todd Betts steps to the plate, grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. It's a 3-3-4. 3-3-4. 3-3-4. Is he an ace or a star? Thomas is neither one. Is he a sad sack? No, he's not. So that's a single to left field unless he's eager, which he is not eager. So Betts will have an RBI single, as on a lead die of 3, you get a 2-base advancement. So Lofton will score, and the Pawtucket Red Sox finally give the scoreboard company. It is now 7-1, and that brings up the big guy, Juan Diaz. See if he can get a hold of one. 3-5-5. 3-5-5 for Thomas. 3-5-5. Is he a struggler? No, he's not a struggler. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not a champion. So he'll ground to second unless he's a whiffer, which he happens to be, so he will strike out. So the big guy, Diaz, goes down on strikes here at the end of the third. Pawtucket does get a run across, and after 3 complete, it's Scranton 7 and Pawtucket 1. Be right back with a new Pawtucket pitcher. Okay, top of the fourth, new Pawtucket pitcher is Jin-Ho Cho, and he will be an ace his first at bat as he faces David Doster, the leadoff hitter for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. So 3-5-6, we're back to another left-right check again. Cho is a righty, Doster's a righty, so it's a strikeout. So, and abnormally large amount of left-right checks in this game already. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and we're just started the 4th inning. But they'll take it. Doster is out on strikes. Here's P.J. Forbes. It's 1, 2, 3, both flash and fresh. He does not have the flash quality, but he is fresh. So it's a ground ball to short. 2 away. And that'll bring up Marlon Byrd. Had that big grand slam his last time up. 2-5-6. 2-5-6 for Cho. Is he a struggler? He's a semi-struggler. Desire says he's a struggler. So he will issue a free pass to Marlon Byrd. Brings up Chase Utley. Utley's been quiet. He's 0 for 2. 3-3-4. 3-3-4. Is he ace or star? He is neither. Is Utley a sad sack? No, he's not. So Chase Utley is going to single to left field because he's not eager. And he gets his first base hit of the game. Marlon Byrd will motor to third. Runners are at the corners with 2 outs, so a little 2-out rally by Scranton to try to add to that lead. Here's DH Jason Michaels. It's a 2-3-3. 2-3-3, ace or star? No, he's not. Is Jason Michaels a slugger? No, he's a semi-scrapper. So he will fly to center, and that will end the 4th inning. So Cho pitches out of that jam. Could call it a Cho jam, but I guess that would be a bad pun. All right, here is Shane Andrews, the third baseman, to lead off for Pawtucket here in the bottom of the 4th. Hey, when it's 7-1, you got to find something entertaining. All right, not that that was, but you know it's an attempt anyway. 2-4-5. 2-4-5 is blank for the pitcher. It's asking, is Shane Andrews a hero? Shane Andrews is not a hero, so therefore he will pop it to second. First out of the inning. And that goes to the experience chart. Evan Thomas is a semi-prospect. And the experience thing was something that kind of randomized on this set unless I knew for sure they've been around a long time. So most players are neutral. A few of them got different ratings. In this case, Thomas got a semi-prospect and Santos got neutral. So we'll see what happens. So Thomas will be a prospect this at bat. It's a 2-6. 2-6 icon pitcher. No, he's not an icon. So it drops in for a single. So it's a 1-out single for Angel Santos as Pawtucket tries to rally. 4-4-6. So a 4-4-6 against Thomas. 4-4-6. Is he a star? No, he's not a star. Is the batter sad sack, utility, or patient? Clemente is none of those, so he will single to right field. And that's going to move Santos to third. Runners are at the corners with 1 out. That result was in red, so we're going to the experience chart again. Thomas is semi-prospect, and Drew Stenson is semi-icon. So they're both neutral. 1-2. 1-2. Icon batter. No, he's not, so he will strike out. So Stenson takes the whiff for out number 2, and now we'll go to the right now chart. And a semi-hot pitcher from that strikeout, and catcher Brown is neutral. Semi-hot pitcher against neutral batter. All right, he's a hot pitcher, Evan Thomas. 4-6. He is a hot pitcher. Baffles batter with called third strike. So he struck him out to end the fourth. So nothing doing for Pawtucket here in the bottom of the fourth. We completed 4. Still 7-1 Scranton. And Jin Ho Cho back out for a second inning of work facing Eric Valent, the right fielder. 3-4-5. And he is semi-fresh, Jin Ho Cho. 3-4-5, iron catcher. No, Brown's not iron. Does Valent have a good eye? No, he's semi-eager, so he will strike out. So Valent out on strikes, and that results in blue. So Shaw struck out his last time up. He is going to be semi-cold, and Cho is going to be semi-hot based on that strikeout. They're both neutral. 1-5. 1-5, cold batter. No, he's not a cold batter. So he's going to pounce on a pitch and single through the shortstop. So Gene Shaw, had it been the 6th inning or later, he would have been cold, but he's not this time. Decided I let him off the hook. Here's Johnny Estrada. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles. 1-5-5 for Estrada. And a 1-5-5 asks, is he a whiffer? Desire Die says no because he's semi-whiffer. So we got outfield drama. And for Pawtucket, in their outfield, for Pawtucket, everyone, Stenson is semi-iron, everybody else is neutral. So they're all neutral. 4-5 on the outfield drama. Center fielder goal, no he's not, so it's going to be a base hit. A base hit and a 2-base advancement. Shaw will motor to third. So runners are at the corners. And that result was in red, so we're going to the experience chart. Cho and Woods both neutral on this experience roll. It's a 4-6. Icon pitcher. No, he's not an icon pitcher. Hard shot to shallow right. Great play by the first baseman to the pitcher out. Runners advance. So it's a 3-1 putout for out number 2, but Shaw will come in to score on the RBI ground out. And Estrada will go to second. It's now 8-1 as Woods gets the RBI. Now there's 2 outs and a runner at second for leadoff hitter Dave Doster. It's a 1-3-5, and that's the ballpark. I'm sorry, it's the umpires with the blue 1. So we engage the umpires right away with a runner on second base. Check out those umpires. Wake them up. 3-6. 3-6. Questionable umpire at home. Nope. Dan Iasonia is strict and semi-respected. He is not questionable. If he was, he doesn't hear batter call timeout and call strike 3. Other umpires timeout, batter still at bat. All right, so Doster will get a refrain. Timeout will be granted. And he's back in the box to try it again. 1-3-3. 1-3-3. Is he a slugger? Doster is a semi-slugger, but Desire Die says no, so it's a fly to left, and the inning is over. So 5th inning's in the books. Scranton picks up a run on an RBI ground out, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 8-1. So Pawtucket really has their work cut out for them. They start with the top of the order in James Lofton. 3-5-6, we got it again. Another lefty-righty check. And again, he's a switch hitter, so it's a base hit. That's 5 in 5 innings. I've had 1 an inning. It's averaging 1 an inning so far. It's very unusual. Here is Coleman. Center fielder Coleman. 1-4-5. 1-4-5. Is he a struggler? No. So it's a ground ball to third, and we got another double play. That's the second time we've had a double play go against them. 5-4-3. And Evan Thomas is the beneficiary of that. He's a semi-control pitcher, throws a lot of ground balls, doesn't strike guys out, but he gets the ground outs. 2 outs, base is empty for Todd Betts. 1-2-4. He is a control pitcher, semi-control, but Desire Die says no. So is Todd Betts eager? No, he's semi-patient, so Todd Betts is going to walk. He will not steal, but he will walk. And it brings up Juan Diaz, the big guy. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Could roll into one if he would help him. 1-6-6. He's not a workman. Is he a whiffer? Certainly is. It's a strikeout. And the 5th inning is done. So we go to the top of the 6th. And we'll get a new pitcher for Pawtucket, as Cho has pitched 2 innings. And they'll go to, let's see who they want to bring in this time. It's an exhibition game, so you can kind of go with whoever you want to go, pretty much. All right, they're going to go with veteran, or I guess he wasn't a veteran at the time, but he's been around a while, Chris Haney, the lefty. So Chris Haney, oh, he's already pitched. What am I doing? Duh. That tells you what happens when it's an 8-1 game. You can lose perspective sometimes when it's an 8-1 game. All right, we're going to go with, boy, the selection is not very good other than their closer. You're not going to bring your closer in. So, boy, we're going to go with Wayne Gomes. Wayne Gomes, the righty. Wayne Gomes is in. He will be an ace. He's already a semi-ace. He'll be an ace and a half this at bat as he's facing P.J. Forbes. P.J. Forbes steps to the plate to lead off the 6th, and another 3-5-6. How many times can this happen? Well, Wayne Gomes is a righty. P.J. Forbes is a righty, so it's a strikeout. So that's the 6th time that's come up in this game. Here's Marlon Byrd. 1-6-6. Is he a workman? No, he's not. Is Byrd a whiffer? Bird's a semi-whiffer, but the sire die says no. So it's a ground out to third for out number 2. That result was in red. So we'll be going to the experience chart for the next at bat. And it's Utley, who's neutral at this point in his career, as is Gomes. So it's neutral against neutral on the experience. 6-6 on the experience. 6-6. There's the pitch. It's a fence check. So it doesn't matter what the experience is. It's a fence check. So we go to the fence check, and for Utley, Utley is a slugger. So he'll be using this second column to see if he can put one over the fence here at McCoy. It's a 5 for a slugger. That's a home run. So Chase Utley just cracked a 2-out solo home run. It is now a 9-1 ball game in favor of Scranton. They're making mincemeat out of the Paw Sox pitching staff. Here's Jason Michaels. 3-4-5. So a 3-4-5. Ask, is the catcher iron? No, he's not. Is the batter does he have a good eye? No, he does not. He's semi-patient, but does not have a good eye, so he will strike out. And that's going to end the inning. But another run comes in. It's now 9-1. And Evan Thomas will be using his last inning of semi-freshness. That result on the strikeout was on the right now chart. It's blue, so we're going to right now. So for the right now chart, the last batter Thomas faced was Diaz. He struck him out, so he'll be hot. And the last time Shane Andrews came to the plate, he popped to second. He'll be neutral. So we got a hot pitcher against a neutral batter. And we got a 5-6. 5-6. Hot batter. No, he's a hot pitcher. Yes, he is a hot pitcher. Shows best stuff for tire side, altering groundouts and shallow flyouts. All right, so we'll say that the Andrews grounded out to third, 5-3. Santos shallow fly to center, out number 2. And Clemente grounds to short. So how about that? That hot pitcher got him 1-2-3 here in the 6th. So we go to the top of the 7th. Still 9-1 as Scranton is cruising. And Thomas is going to get the chance to pitch another inning, most likely. So here's Eric Valent. He'll start off the 7th. Wayne Gomes is now semi-fresh. 1-2-3. He's neither flash nor fresh because the sire die wouldn't allow it. So it's going to be a ground ball to short. One away for Gene Shaw instead of a strikeout to grounder to short. Here's Shaw. 3-4-6. Came close to that 3-5-6. 3-4-6. Is Shaw eager? No, he's actually semi-patient. So he will walk. He's stoic, so he won't steal, but he will walk. So 1 out walk to Shaw, and that was in purple. So we're going to the chemistry chart where both teams are neutral. See the sunshine coming through here at McCoy. Shadows creeping in. It's a 1-1 on the chemistry chart. 1-1. Pitching team harmony. Nope. So we got a fence check again for Johnny Estrada. And Estrada is a semi-slugger. So we'll have the decide or die +1. See if he's a slugger or not. He is not. So he is neutral, or other as they say. And a 1, so that's a double. So Johnny Estrada will double. And with the lead die of 1, that will move Shaw to third. Puts runners at second and third with 1 out for Ken Woods. Infield, of course, will come in and try to keep the run from coming across if at all possible. 5-6-6, although it may be futile at this point. 5-6-6. 5-6-6. Is he wild? No. It's a batter of a good eye, Ken Woods. No, he doesn't, so he will strike out. So strikeout will make the infield in irrelevant. That's out number 2. And now we're going to the right now chart. Gomes is a hot pitcher, and Doster is a neutral batter. So Doster with his 5th at bat already. 2-6 on the right now. 2-6, hot pitcher. Yes, he is. It's a strikeout. So a strikeout for Gomes. 7th inning is over. He pitches out of it without allowing a run. So now we go to the 7th inning stretch time. It is 9-1. Drew Stenson, the batter, against Evan Thomas. The bullpen for Scranton is working, but just a light soft toss because they do have a 9-1 lead after all. 3-4-5 for Thomas. 3-4-5. Ask iron catcher. Johnny Estrada is semi-gold, so he's not iron. Stenson is not of a good eye, so he will strike out. And that result was in blue, so we're going to the right now chart with a hot pitcher in Thomas and a cold batter in Brown because Brown struck out his last time up. So hot pitcher against cold batter. It's kind of the way it's been going for Pawtucket this game. 4-6. 4-6, hot pitcher baffles batter with called third strike. So another strikeout. 2 down. And it's the top of the order, James Lofton. It's probably going to be Thomas's last inning just to get some other guys in there. 2-6-6 is hit by a pitch, but the side or die is blank. Let's see, he's not the cleanup batter, so he will fly to left unless it's a whiffer. Lofton is a whiffer, so it's another strikeout as Thomas strikes out the side here in the 7th. And the 7th inning is done. We played 7 complete from McCoy Stadium. Score is Scranton 9 and Pawtucket 1. Be right back with the new pitcher for Pawtucket. All right, new pitcher for Pawtucket is Derek Hasselhoff. He's a workman with semi-flash and double control. He will be an ace this first at bat as he faces P.J. Forbes. P.J. Forbes is one of the few Scranton guys not in the act of hitting. He's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. So 3-6-6. 3-6-6. He's not a pinch hitter. He will fly to center. And there's one away. Brings up Marlon Byrd. He, of course, had that big blow, the grand slam back in the 2nd. That really put the game on ice. 1-1-4. Does he have flash? Yes, he does. He's got semi-flash. The sire die says he has flash. So Marlon Byrd takes the whiff. 2 down for Chase Utley. He homered his last time up. One of 3 home runs by the Scranton team, or one of 2 home runs by the Scranton team. The other one being the grand slam by Byrd. 4-4-6. 4-4-6. Is he a star? No. Sad sack, utility, or patient? He's none of that, so he will single to right field. So Chase Utley with a 2-out single. Says active runner steals, but he's not active. But it was in red, so we will be going to the experience chart. Hasselhoff is neutral, as is Michaels. 2-3. 2-3. Prospect pitcher. No, he's not a prospect pitcher, so it's a ground out to second. And that's going to end the 8th inning. So nothing doing. Other than that 2nd inning where the 7 runs came in, it's been a pretty tight contested game, but can't take away that that top of the 2nd. It's there. You can't get rid of it. So, all right, so we're going to go to the bullpen for Scranton. And let's see who they want to go to for a little bit of relief. It's going to be Jeremy. No, take it back. It's going to be Jeff Geary. Jeff Geary. Jeff Geary is in for Thomas. Thomas, job well done. Geary is in. He's a star with semi-flash, and he'll be an ace this first at bat. So Jeff Geary is in, and he'll be leading off facing Michael Coleman. Coleman 0 for 2 with a walk. It's a 5-5-5, so I think that ace quality will come into play real quick on that 5-5-5. He is an ace. He's also a star, so double confidence there. So it's a deep fly to right. Would have been a home run, but it's a deep fly for Coleman. One away. Brings up the switch hitting first baseman Todd Betts. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. 3-3-5. 3-3-5. Is he wild? Gary's got semi-control. Is Betts a sad sack? No. So he will single to right field, and he will steal because he's not stoic. So it's a single to right field by Betts. You don't usually steal when you're down 9-1, but maybe he just caught him off guard. So he's at second base with 1 out. And Juan Diaz. 1, 2, 3, both flash and fresh. Well, he would have been flash, but the sire die says no, so it's simply going to be a ground ball to short. And the one thing the stolen base did was avoid the double play. Runner has to hold at second, and it'll bring up Shane Andrews. 2-5-5. 2-5-5. Is he a star? Yes, he is. It's a strikeout. So Andrews down on strikes to end the 8th. All right, we're going to go to the 9th. And normally wouldn't do this in a regular game, but since it's kind of an exhibition, they'll go ahead and Pawtucket will go ahead and bring in their closer, Todd Erdos. So Todd Erdos is going to pitch the 9th. And he'll be facing Eric Valent to lead things off, the right fielder. Valent 3-4-5. Ask is the iron catcher. Brown is not. Good eye? No, he does not have a good eye, so it's a strikeout for Erdos. And that's in blue, so we will be going to the right now chart. Erdos is hot. Gene Shaw, the batter, walked his last time, so he's neutral. Hot pitcher against neutral batter. 2-4. 2-4. Hot batter. No, he's not a hot batter, so he will fly to left. So 2 down. Brings up Johnny Estrada. Estrada's 4 for 4, 3 singles and a double. Can he go 5 for 5? 2-2-6. Well, he won't do it. 2-2-6 is a hit by pitch, but the sire die says no. It's not the cleanup batter, so he will fly to left. Is he a whiffer? He is not a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer, but the sire die says no. So, well, actually, we need to redo that because the sire die has already been used once, so we'll try it again. Is he a whiffer? Yes, he is. So Estrada will actually strike out to end the top of the 9th. So we go to the bottom of the 9th, and coming in for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons will be their closer. Not that it's a save situation by any means, but I'm not even sure if he's the closer or whether, I think they had it by committee. I'm trying to go off memory here. I don't think I have anybody listed as a closer. So we'll just pick somebody. We'll go ahead and go with lefty Jim Kroll. So lefty Jim Kroll will come in. He's already a semi-ace, and he'll be an ace and a half on his first at bat. And he'll start things off facing Angel Santos, second baseman. I wonder if the Red Sox might want to go to their bench to try to let some bench players hit. Since obviously the guys out there now haven't done anything. Who do they have on their bench? Well, they're going to bring in Freddie Sanchez. So veteran Freddie Sanchez, well, he's not a veteran then, but he is now, but he's not then. Freddie Sanchez will pinch hit against Kroll. 2-6-6. He is the leadoff batter of the inning, so he will get a single. So how about that? Freddie Sanchez gets a base hit in a pinch hitting role here in the bottom of the ninth for Santos. So Sanchez for Santos, and Sanchez gets a base hit. How about that? Brings up Edgar Clemente. I didn't look it up to see if he's related to Roberto Clemente in some kind of way. He might have been, a great nephew or something. I don't know. But when you see the last name, it kind of brings it to fruition. All right, there's that 3-5-6 again. Kroll's a lefty, Clemente's a righty. So that's a base hit. So another, I think it's the 7th 3-5-6 roll we've had today. And it's a 2-base advancement for Sanchez. So runners are at the corners. Nobody out, and Kroll has not done well in relief. Here's Drew Stenson, the switch hitter. 2-4-6. 2-4-6, ask about control. He does not have control. Is he eager or sad sack? Stenson is neither one, so he will walk. And that's going to load the bases. Bases are loaded now with nobody out. He now becomes a semi-struggler. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for the number 9 hitter, Kevin Brown. They're going to bring a better hitter in. At least what they assume to be a better hitter. And they're going to go to, tough choices here, but we're going to go to Bryant Nelson. No, take it back. Jeff Abbott. Just found somebody else. Jeff Abbott. Jeff Abbott, reserve outfielder. Jeff Abbott will hit for Brown. And this is probably the last batter that Kroll's going to get to face because he has just not got anybody out yet. But Abbott, the righty, against Kroll, the lefty. So 1-2-3, both flash and fresh. Yes, he is. He does have the flash thanks to the decider die, so that's a strikeout. That prevents the double play, but it does get the first out of the inning. Takes the struggler quality away. So Abbott fails in his pinch hitting duties. James Lofton now the batter. Back to the top of the order. 4-5-6. 4-5-6. Is he patient? No, he's actually eager. So he will fly to center. That's going to be a sac fly. That will bring in the pinch hitter Sanchez from third. So Freddie Sanchez had a good pinch hitting day, a single, and he scores a run. Cuts the lead to 9-2. Now there are 2 outs, though, and we're going to the chemistry chart. And the batter will be Michael Coleman. And again, they're both neutral. 4-6 could be the last batter of the game. 4-6. Pitching team distance. No, they're not dissonant. So it's going to be a line out to third, and that's going to do it. Coleman lines to third. Squeezed by Utley. And the ball game is over. Scranton wins it by the final score of 9-2. So we'll pause the video, do the quick gory details for the totals, and wrap this one up right after this. All right, welcome back to McCoy Stadium for the wrap-up. Final score, Scranton 9, Pawtucket 2. For the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons, 9 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. They left 8 on base. For the Pawtucket Red Sox, 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 11 on base. Winning pitcher was Evan Thomas. He went those 7 solid innings, allowing just 1 run. Losing pitcher was Sun Woo Kim. He got no problems in the first, but in the second, he walked 3 consecutive batters, gave up a single, walked another, gave up another single, and then after a strikeout, he gave up the grand slam to Marlon Byrd. That kind of put that game away early before it could even be contested. So Marlon Byrd's your player of the game. I know Evan Thomas pitched well, but when you hit the grand slam like Marlon Byrd did, he was only 1 for 4 with a walk and a home run, but the home run and 4 RBIs gives him the player of the game. So Marlon Byrd gets the player of the game, and that's an exhibition game of the 2002 International League season. Cards I created using the History Maker player creation. And that's a game between the Pawtucket Red Sox and the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons. Like I said, I've got roughly half the teams completed and working on the others. It's a slow process, but doing like 1 team, maybe 2 teams a night to try to get it done. They're all Excel files, so when I get it all completed, I'll see about. I'm not a tech savvy person, so I don't have a Google Drive or anything. But perhaps I'll get in touch with Keith and see if he wants to put that on the play.com website for a free download, or if that can't be done, then perhaps anybody that's interested can just send me a message or put a comment in the comment section with your email, and I will email you all 12 files once they're completed. It's 12 Excel files. So that's it from here. As I'm sorry it's not a closer game, but Marlon Byrd had other ideas as the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons, and realistically on the season, Scranton was not. That's the reason why Scranton was 91-53 on the regular season, and it's the reason why Pawtucket was 60-84. So I was hoping to print these where the win-loss record would be, side by side. It was like that in the Excel form, but when I printed it, somehow it came out this way. So probably could play with it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I do kind of like the little logos there, so I'll just leave that as is. And just say thanks everybody for watching, and we'll catch you all down the road.